prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
This is Ronnie B, and I'm here with the First Lady, Cheryl Smith. Our good buddy DizzieMac is on the road. He's going to try to see if he can peek his nose in with the Bearskin rug. But we are celebrating the 200th show today. That's right, the 200th show. And the First Lady gets younger with every episode. She's about back to 18 right now. First Lady, we're ready. What you saying?
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdie known as the LA Clippers wish they could fly far, far away from a Game 6 loss to the Rockets, where they had them down 19 points, and the Beard Man, a.k.a. James Harden, was sitting on the bench for the entire fourth quarter. Is it time for CP3 to call RD2? Houston, we don't have a problem. Will Baby Doc become the surprise hero and get the Clippers into the Western Conference Championship round? Hakeem the Dream, Clyde the Glide, Big Shot Rob, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you say? Well, I can tell you one thing. CP3 better call R2D2 for reinforcement. Look, he needs to even call his twin Cliff Paul to see if he can assist him. What a disaster fourth quarter the Clippers had, Ronnie B. I mean, it appears that the team choked to me. Now, I know we don't like to use the choke word around the sports, but it was obvious the team was throwing up and shooting bricks. I mean, missing easy baskets. I guess their hands and palms were sweaty. I mean, because they really was playing so tight. And I couldn't understand why Doc Rivers continued to allow the Rockets to go on these substantial runs without calling timeout. You have to stop the other team's momentum. I don't care if you got to call timeout back to back. So, I mean, right now, the Houston definitely doesn't have a problem. I mean, especially if your team was able to come back with their superstar not even playing. And I have to give a lot of kudos to Kevin McHale for sticking with the group of players that got them that lead. Because, I'm going to tell you something, Ronnie B. Most coaches would have pulled their backup players and put the starters back in. But he knew that this team was, at that particular time, was still playing real well. So he kept them in, and they're the ones that got them the lead, and they sustained that lead. And if the Clippers have to rely on Baby Doc to get the job done, the Clippers are in a lot of trouble. Because as far as I'm concerned, Baby Doc should not play that many minutes in the crucial Game 7. I mean, he was okay, but I think that's some of the issues that Doc Rivers had as a GM. He really didn't get players on this team to really help the Clippers. He was only able to get his son. That's not saying too much. But in order for the Clippers to win, they have to have a great game from their two superstars, and that's Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. They need to have the best game of their life in order for the Clippers to get into their first conference finals. Because I'm going to tell you something, if they don't get in, Doc Rivers may be in trouble. He may be in trouble. All right, Ronnie B. I know there's a lot of trouble in L.A. What's going on?
Well, first off, I put it like this: the force be with you. because they don't need it. they might need to call up Darth Vader in the gang and say, look, come on, we need the Empire to strike back.
Right.
But I did watch that game, and I'm with you. I have to give some big kudos to Kevin McHale for sticking with what was working as opposed to saying, okay, well, let me put let me put Harden back in, and hey, sometimes. I mean, you certainly couldn't blame a coach for saying, okay, they got us back in the groove. Now let me put my big guns back in.
Right.
And so that was really, I go, McHale, that's some gutsy coaching there. Really, really gutsy coaching, and it did pay off.
Yeah, Coach Doc Rivers.
Yeah, he got Doc that time. So I'm like, now on the Clippers side, talk about a meltdown, choke, meltdown, whichever one you want to give it. That was not a, that was just shocking that they would blow that kind of, like say 19 points up, and that they would blow it and end up losing and looking like they were like if they had more time to play, they would have lost badly. It's starting to look like the Rockets have figured out in 6 games how to beat the Clippers. How to beat them. And one thing, Sunday when they play, the Clippers are going to have to play the Blake Griffin and Chris Paul are going to have to play the game of their lives, and it is going to be a tough game all the way around. It really is. And, I think that when I'm looking at the game, the player on the Houston side who's playing like they know what you got to do in the playoffs is Jason Terry.
Oh yeah, well he's been there. You're right. Yeah.
Right. He's got the hustle. Like you can tell he's like, look, this what you got to do to win. Now he's not the superstar of the team, but there's some element that he's bringing, I think, to the Rockets that's inspiring the team. And he's made some crucial plays, some shots with to help that team. But if anything, he's just been a solid performer, and I think that he's been kind of underrated. But you need that experienced player who's, like you said, who's been there, who can get everybody else motivated and going. So I think his presence has really helped the Rockets a lot. And got them in a position where they're going to be able to contend for the Western Conference Championship.
Yeah. But it should be interesting. I agree with you on that. Yeah. But you don't know which team is going to show up because both of the teams have gone from up to down. So you don't know if the Rockets will come back with a dud type of game, after being basically kept in this series. So and the other thing is McHale. I think McHale got out of the hacker. Right.
Yeah, he got out of the hacker, and the players told him, they said that they didn't like it. It was taking them out of their groove. More so than and so I think McHale got that. The hacker in certain key situations is what you want to do. But those long stretches, it was actually hurting the team.
Yeah. Good point.
So McHale kind of made his adjustments, and which really helped his team. And Doc this time the doctor was out on a house call.
So what do you think about Austin Rivers? You think he is a key player in this, or he should be sitting at bench during this Game 7?
Well, bring him in off the bench at key times, but he's not going to be the one. It's going to be up to Chris Paul and Blake Griffin to do their thing. And but as I said, maybe the Rockets have figured out how to deal with the Clippers, and they'll be hanging out with the Spurs at the fishing pond. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion overpowering. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest. That'll all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Huh. Mama say knock you out. Huh. We are not talking about Ali versus Foreman, Hagler versus Hearns, or Morrison versus Mercer. We are talking about the knockout punch the Cavaliers landed on the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls gave it the old school try until Cleveland made them look like boys playing with men in a 6-game loss that makes you wonder about the future of the entire team, including its coach. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Steve Kerr are asking what you saying. The bear-skinned one, bearskin rug one that is, has stepped into the studio for a quick moment, and will that what you saying, Dizzy?
Hey, Dizzy.
About them Bulls.
Well, hey, what's up? Hey, what I'm saying about them Bulls is they were weak. I mean, LeBron put the smack down. Tristan Thompson put the smack down. Villanova put the smack down. They got to get stronger. They got to get meaner. They got to get tougher. So if that means rebuilding, taking out some pieces, they will have to do that. Now, the coach is okay with me, but if you can't motivate, analyze, strategize, and get your team to play like men, it's easier to fire the coach than it is to fire 15 players. But they were weak.
Weak?
They were boys to boys. Boys
to boys. Well, also, if you look at it, Derrick Rose, and you wonder, has he, where his confidence level is. You have to ask that because, no, that is, he did not show up as Derrick Rose of old, and I don't know if that's a product of him kind of getting back into the flow after the injuries right into the playoffs. But you have to kind of question, is your superstar still a superstar? So that's going to be a question in the off season.
He didn't look like one against Dellavedova. Dellavedova outplayed Derrick Rose. You know, he was riding that bicycle. He needed to ride that bicycle out of the center. That's what he needed to do. I mean, come on. I feel sorry for you, DizzieMac. I know you're a Chicago Bulls fan, but let's face it, the Bulls were never a great offensive team, and that offense that they put on yesterday was horrible. I understand you need to play great defense, but you can't score. If you don't score, you're not going to win a game. And the Bulls were embarrassed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And, I mean, Coach Thibodeau, I think he had the wrong players on the court. He played Joakim Noah 35 minutes. He took 2 shots, 4 points. Mike Dunleavy, 31 minutes, 3 for 9, 7 points. He didn't play Taj Gibson that much. And, you know, Taj Gibson has some offense, more so than Joakim Noah. And unfortunately, Jimmy Butler, he had his worst game in the series. He was 8 for 22. So, and then finally, he sat Pau Gasol. I know Pau Gasol is hurt and injured, but come on, you got to put your best people out on the floor when you are in a closeout game, and that's it. So as far as I'm concerned, Coach Thibodeau, he just put the nail in his coffin, and that was a terrible coaching job he did in that game. It seemed to me like he wanted to leave. so You can guarantee Bulls management will fire him next week. It's just a matter of time. And like you said, Ronnie B., Derrick Rose, I see the writing on the wall for him. He is definitely not a consistent superstar anymore. It's interesting what's going to happen with this team because, you know, are they going to pay Jimmy Butler max dollars to be that player? But he didn't play like a max player in a closeout game. And that's where you really want your true superstars to step up. So as far as I'm concerned, the Bulls are kind of like in turmoil. You know, they're in trouble right now. Definitely in trouble. So we'll see what happens with them.
But one thing we do know, they're gone fishing.
Gone?
Yeah, fortunately, the lake is right there for them to dip holes.
Gone fishing. You're right about that, DizzieMac.
Yeah. The bullies. Even if the Bulls do let old Tom go, I'd still go hats off to him because he got more out of less over the last few years. Especially given that his superstar was consistently hurt. So I give him but sometimes you need a sea change for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, you just need that change. You've done what you can done. You've done what you could do for a team, and you just have to, you know, hey, I did what I did, which really was a great job over the years. And just say, hey, it's time for me to go to a fresh place, get a fresh start, and he'll be back. Not in Chicago, but he'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yep. And First Lady, may the force be with you. Take us to break.
The first 3 listeners to email us or send a shout out with the first episode DizzieMac appeared with the Shimmy Shake Girls will receive a $25 gift card from our friends at sportsacademy.com. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from iLLa on the first part of Shout Out.
Free Mr. Vaughn.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get you 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from iLLa.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. This morning we have iLLa out of Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town, with their album, Life After Pain. From their website, iLLa is a soulful, spiritual R&B hip-hop artist who's the singer, songwriter, and rapper of his new EP, Life After Pain, with a raw edge to his music that brings an honesty and melodic fusion meeting inspiration and spirituality. He is sure to be next. Let's hear Life After Pain.
I feel ya when you say many it broke your heart and it kills ya. Played on your innocence, tore it apart, and now you're so done. Instead of love, bitterness took your heart and you're so young. Heaven's life has a picture perfect plan is painted for your life. Though it didn't work out the way you like, but it's alright. Though there's darkness, God's bright light still shines in the morning time. But morning's Eve, open the door, don't close it no more. Love hurts, but it's worth it. You broke all your rules just to make one more move, and it ended up hurting. Now you feel that life is over, say it and done now. Don't be afraid, just stay in the game. There's still life after pain. Whoa, whoa, life after pain. Still life after pain.
Don't stop, your life's a Picasso. Better days are coming and it's coming. Don't stop, your life's a Picasso. Better days are coming and it's coming and it's coming.
Mistakes made, that's part of life's big journey, but give in the pain. Though the hard times come, don't let it up, it's still your play. There's so much promise in your future, choose to love again, live again. Love again, live again. I ran around that beat like a marathon, and everybody looking at me like he won't lie. I got that next seat like the Senate, just because my life was dark, I ain't finished now. I'll be back with no plan, like the playoffs on my game. So much scar, so much pain, but I made it anyway. Now my picture got a frame, cause I just say what I like. I've been broke down with a boat down, hope down, but I back up with my straight life. Without a chain, I got Jesus' peace. Without his love, I couldn't even breathe. If you see something leaping, that's me peeking to success 4 seasons. Somehow I knew that I would find my way. Hey, the bad gon' come, but the good is round the way. So if they tell you it's gon' be okay, it really, really will be okay. So it's alright, it's okay, it's alright, it's okay. Before you know, this time will blow and another day will come and show and shine. Oh, shine, oh. Open the door, don't close it no more. Love hurts, but it's worth it. You broke all your rules just to make one more move, and it ended up hurting. Say, all your rules now, don't you give up, cause you're hurting in life after pain. Open the door, don't close it no more. Love hurts, but it's worth it. You broke all your rules just to make one more move, and it ended up hurting. Life is over, say it and done now. Don't be afraid, just stay in the game. There's still life after pain. Open the door, don't close it no more. Love hurts, but it's worth it. You broke all your rules just to make one more move, and it ended up hurting. And you feel that life is over, say it and done now. Don't be afraid, just stay in the game. It's still life after game.
Wow, that was Life After Pain. DizzieMac, are you giving this song a shout out, or are you hitting the mute button?
You know, I'm going to give it a shout out because, again, I could hear the pain and I could see the life after the pain. She had went through something and came out the other side, and I could tell she wasn't going back there again.
Okay, Life After Pain. Ronnie B, what did you think of iLLa?
I'm giving him a shout out, and I just appreciate the challenge he of the music he's trying to make. And but I'm like, the boy got skills, so I'm giving him a shout out, and he might be on the edge of being the next.
Yes, I actually enjoyed it. He was very, the song was nice, and he even mixed in a little bit of Stevie Wonder there at the end. I don't know if y'all caught that at the end, you know, la, la, la. But anyway, it was very, yeah, the words very inspirational, and he was feeling, like DizzieMac said, he was feeling that pain. But he has a very nice voice, and I like the way he mixed the song with his voice, and it was just a great song. So we're going to look forward to hearing from iLLa with another performance on part 2 of Shout Out. Is that somebody splashing there? Is that my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
And we know Flipper lives in a world full of wonder, lying there under the
Time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Tom Terrific and the Brady Bunch, known as the Super Bowl winning New England Patriots, were handed heavy penalties from the league office from using underinflated footballs during their playoff game with the Colts. You would think they committed domestic violence or something. A 4-game suspension for Brady, and the Patriots lose valuable draft picks. We asked the panel to defend. Tom Brady and the Patriots got the punishment they deserve for cheating, and that is that. DizzieMac defend.
Penalty fits the crime. You do not cooperate with the league in an investigation. Be forthcoming. Be forthright. Time, you got caught. Your people lost their jobs. And it is what it is when it comes to the penalty. Take it like a man, Tom. You took Giselle like a man. Now, take your punishment like a man. You have some extra weeks to play with the kids, extra weeks to be at home with Giselle. And hey, take it. But he was right. $1 million, lose a 2016 first-round draft pick, and a 4th rounder. Don't mess with the integrity of the game, or you will get smacked. Goodell, good job. The crime fits, so you cannot acquit.
Okay, we heard the defense from DizzieMac. But what about the First Lady? They got what they deserved. Defend.
Tom Brady deserves a 4-game suspension. Goodell punished Brady for mainly, not cooperating with the Wells investigation. He refused to give his text messages. And Ted Wells held a phone conference and indicated that he gave Brady every opportunity to provide those text messages to the case. All he had to do was go through his phone and choose the ones that he wanted to provide. They didn't ask for his cell phone. So he blatantly disrespected the NFL investigation. And regarding the organization, the Patriots, let's face it, they were hit hard because they are repeat offenders when it comes to cheating. So that punishment is definitely going to be harsher. And it's similar to penalties that a normal citizen would receive if they violated the law. If you continue to repeat the same behavior, your punishment will be more severe. The Patriots have a pattern of cheating, and the commission has appropriately handled this situation. And the Patriots, well, they'll think twice before they cheat again. I don't think so. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
All right, you heard the defense on the punishment. Let's flip it. We asked the panel to defend. Where is Johnny Cochran when you need him? As usual, the NFL office overreacted and the punishment exceeds the crime. DizzieMac, defend.
When will the NFL get it right? You under-punish the ones that need to be punished, and you over-punish the ones that really need to be under-punished. And this is a case of that this week. Hey, Roger Goodell, you could have went to his agent. I'm sure you got his email, cell phone number, all filed in the league office. Everybody, I'm sure, has to register this. If he didn't give it to you, he probably felt like you already had it. You just seen him at the Super Bowl, so I know you probably said, hey, let's do lunch. Here's my number. Get in contact with me. How your people get in contact with my people. And that's all you needed to do. But no, you couldn't wait to bring out the big stick and bop somebody with a big fine, a big suspension, and make them feel like they had did something terribly wrong, like domestic violence or got caught with drugs. You suspended the man like he did one of those two things. Come on. Suspend him a game, fine him $2 million. Just fine him $2 million, fine him $1 million each, the team and Brady, and be done with it. That $2 million would go a long way with having a lot of office parties. Good hell. You could have some fun. You could have invited DizzieMac. I would have helped you pop some bottles on the Bearskin rug. You could have some shimmy shake girls dancing around you. No. Heavy penalty.
Okay, we heard the defense from DizzieMac, but First Lady, as usual, the NFL overreacted and the punishment exceeds the crime. Defend.
Roger Goodell, this man continues to govern the NFL's discipline process like he's playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a football player and I'll make up the punishment as I go. Roger has shown over the years that he will punish you more for being defiant than the actual infraction. This is the same commish that gave Ray Rice only a 2-game suspension for domestic violence because Rice was very cooperative in the investigation. So Goodell's punishment never fits the crime. Where is Johnny Cochran when you need him? Trust me, he's around because Tom Brady has hired NFL's Johnny Cochran, Jeff Kessler, to challenge Roger Goodell's ruling. Kessler paved the way for unrestricted free agency in the NFL. So he will be a formidable opponent for Roger Goodell in all of his eeny-meeny-miny-mo discipline. This should be better than the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight.
All right, you heard the defense on both sides of Flip It. First Lady, please take us to break.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2.
Free Tom Brady.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
Welcome back. You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. It's time for the funnies. Ronnie B., over to you.
First Lady, we have, I know you've been waiting, we have our 16th Need to Grow story of 2015.
All right.
Now, the Massachusetts police have a warning. Don't chase bears with hatchet while drunk. The North Adams Police Department warned residents who spot bears against going all Davy Crockett, chasing it through the woods drunk with a dull hatchet. The police department said in a Facebook post the incident, quote, really did happen. The hatchet man was taken into protective custody due to his incapacitation from the consumption of alcoholic beverages. The North Adams Police Department is urging everyone to not chase bears through the woods with a dull hatchet, especially while drunk. It is just a bad idea and not going to end well. Police said they are still working to determine what the man's planned end game was if he had caught up to the animal. I don't think that would have ended too well.
Look, that bear would have taken that hatchet and he would find out how dull it is.
It's one thing, roughly like this, even if he had a sharp hatchet. The first time that bear would have got cut, the bear is going to defend itself, and hatchet or not, you would have been. I put it like this: the bear would have had him a rug.
Right.
Oh, gosh darn it! Okay, all right. The water's splashing on me. I got it. It's our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It. Now, there have been reports that the Knicks head man, Phil Jackson, is not at all happy about the return of Isaiah Thomas to Madison Square Garden as president of the New York Liberties WNBA team. I mean, Isaiah was only found guilty of sexually harassing female employees and cost the owner, James Dolan, a bunch of money. We're going to ask the panel to defend. If James Dolan likes Isaiah Thomas and thinks the man deserves a second chance, Phil should just shut up and see what he can do to get players that will make the Knicks contenders. Well, First Lady, I looked at this and, maybe James Dolan knows, James Dolan does like Isaiah Thomas for keeping him around all those years and destroying the Knicks. But, we're in a country where where people get a second chance. They get a chance at redemption. And Isaiah's had a little time to, let's say, mature in the executive arena. And I'm pretty sure that you cost your owner a bunch of cash for making advances you weren't supposed to be making. He might have learned his lesson. And given that he's not going to coach the team, thank goodness, his executive skills might actually be better. Now, as far as Phil, look, don't be worrying about the Liberty and the WNBA, because you got an NBA team that you need to find some help. Because Carmelo Anthony obviously is not LeBron James. He's not Steph Curry. He's not the bearded one. He's a shooter. And a hell of a good one. So you need to get some pieces around that man so that he can shoot, because that's what he does, and get them back to being contenders. First Lady, defend.
I agree with you, Ronnie B. Everybody deserves a second chance, and Isaiah Thomas should receive that second chance. And to me, having him in charge of a women's basketball team is probably the best way for Isaiah to show his remorse for his past transgressions. And James Dolan never believed the accusations about Isaiah before. That's his BFF. So they remained extremely close after his departure from the Knicks. So it's no issue as far as I'm concerned that James Dolan wants to put Isaiah in charge of the Liberties operation. I mean, Isaiah has been successful running teams. He ran the Toronto Raptors. He also was a coach for the University of Miami FIU basketball team. So he knows how to judge talent, and that's what the Liberties need. They need to be back into the limelight because the Liberties have fallen off the track for several years. And I agree with you, Ronnie D. Phil needs to keep his focus on the New York Knicks because they need to do something this year. And Phil needs to definitely show that he's worth all that money he's been getting. And as far as James Dolan, hopefully for him, Isaiah Thomas, this leper, can change his spots.
All right. Well, you know we flipped the script, so we're going to ask the panel to defend. I wonder if they should start drug testing the owners. Giving a guy a second chance is a good thing, but giving him a chance to be president of a female team when he has been found guilty of sexual harassment is downright crazy. The Sin Master has a huge point. Now, I'm looking at this and it's like, wow, talk about opening yourself up. You're opening yourself up because any appearance of unwanted advances talk about repeat offenders could really hit you in the wallet. And when you already got a record, people look at that. And I'm sure that there are people in the WNBA who are just scratching their head. Now, I do know that Isaiah is going to be the executive. He's not going to have, he's not the coach. He's not working with the players. But the last time I looked, even in the executive office, they have females at different positions. And he's been on pretty good behavior since he's left the Knicks. But it's like, you really going to have him come and be the head of a female team, given the past transgressions, even if you do believe that he was unfairly accused and that he was not really guilty, but the court felt different. So you're going to open yourself up to that kind of liability and the possibility of that kind of distraction. How many women are jumping up and down saying, I want to be on a team that is being ran by Isaiah Thomas? Aren't there some women who have the skills, who deserve a chance to have that role? And given the fact that the Liberty has slipped, wouldn't that make it more attractive? So, Dolan, I think you need to go take that P test. First Lady, defend.
Well, James Dolan, he continues to make a mockery out of Madison Square Garden's legacy. Putting Isaiah Thomas in charge of the New York Liberty is like putting David Duke in charge of the NAACP. The Knicks, the Knicks organization has successfully moved beyond the 2007 sexual harassment lawsuit against Isaiah Thomas. And to bring him back to the Liberties organization, it opens up old wounds. And you're right, Ronnie B. There are a lot of women out there screaming about this situation. I mean, Laurel Richie, who is the WNBA president, she really didn't welcome Isaiah Thomas to his new appointment. She just reminded everybody that was appointed, but it still has to go through an approval process. Now, when most people are appointed to a position like that, they welcome them with open arms. But you didn't hear that from anybody within the WNBA. And anybody within power within the WNBA, they will not publicly support this decision. So James Dolan, it just continues to bring problems and issues to the New York organization in Madison Square Garden. And I don't worry about him passing the cup, the P test. I think really that James Dolan has definitely fallen off the wagon because it had some problems in the past, and I think he definitely has fallen off.
Yeah, his bromance with Isaiah might not be a good thing. Okay, First Lady, please take us to break.
On the other side of the break, we'll have another performance from iLLa on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the picks and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and the crew. Over to you, First Lady.
We have another performance from iLLa. DJ, let's hear the track New Start.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the ride. I woke up, house was rolling, had a bone beneath the sunshine. explosion too. You need a lot of money to enjoy this food. Fresh new sneaks with the shaped up blue. Think about my crib where I first had grew. Everybody see what the struggle like. Everybody grind with a hustle like trying to make ends meet in the play. Too much drama, homie, enjoy your life. I told the homie these man, keep it to the low. Keep your eyes on the man, keep it moving forward. Life's over bricks, need to build a brick cash. They in bed, then enjoy the day have. They in bed, then enjoy the day have. You still got life, homie. They in bed, then enjoy the day have. Time to let this run. Living up like life is golden. Where life takes us, no one truly knows. No one truly knows. Tomorrow's borrowed time, so enjoy the show. You can let it go. Can't keep talking about it, talking about it. Gotta let it go. Push these worries. Can't keep talking about it, talking about it. 'Cause yesterday's gone, and today's a new start. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the life. Yesterday's
That was New Start from iLLa. Ronnie B, what did you think about New Start? You hitting the mute or you going to shout it out?
I'm going to give it a shout out. I really like the first track better, but we're not comparing the tracks. I thought that was a good track. Okay, but it might have just been that after that last one, after that first one, might have got a little bit biased because he had so much in that first one. But I'm giving New Start a shout out.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you. The first one was definitely better. The first one was more original. This one is, the same old beat, similar type of music we've heard from other artists. So, but it was good. So I'm still impressed with iLLa. I definitely want to hit him up, listen to some more of his music. And if you would like to do that, because this is the end of Shout Out, if you'd like to hear more from iLLa, you can hit them up at iLLa.com, and that's ISHILLA.com. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to Panties@oldgrumpyradio.com. Well, it's time for the picks. And we continue our NBA hoop picks, looking to see which one of our panelists will be the champion of the hoops. And let's go over last week's scoring. In last week's scoring, DizzieMac did quite well. He scored 100 points, and I did 90 points. Poor Joe. I know he said he was going to take his chance to try to catch us. Well, actually try to catch me, and he didn't do well. He has a negative 110 points. So our totals thus far is thinking that Stephen Curry was going to get a triple-double. That was where he went down. But anyway, our grand totals so far, I have 580 points. DizzieMac has 210 points, and Joe has 215 points. So let's get to this week's picks. The Rockets will beat the Clippers. 75 points for the correct answer and negative 50 points for the incorrect answer. Well, tough. I'm going to have to go with the Clippers, even though it depends which team shows up, because if that Rockets team shows up where James Harden is playing well, they could easily beat the Clippers. So I don't know, but I'm going to have to go with Chris. I'm going to ride with Chris Paul. So I'm going with the Clippers. Ronnie B?
Okay, so you think R2-D2 is going to come to the rescue of CP3. Well, Okay, Joe, the minus mind, will be going with the Rockets, but DizzieMac will be going with the Clippers.
Okay, Clippers. Okay. Cavaliers will lose the first game of the Eastern Conference Championship. 50 points, correct answer. Minus 40 points, incorrect. I think that that's a tough one. This is going to be a tough series. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Hawks will win the first game because the Cavaliers are a little bit banged up. So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Hawks winning the first game because they're going to be playing at home, so they should win that game. Ronnie B for Joe and DizzieMac.
Okay, DizzieMac will be going with...
Yes. I'm sorry, I need to jump in there. So I will say the Cavaliers will lose the first game.
DizzieMac is going with yes, they will lose the first game. And the Midas Mind is going with they will not.
Okay. Tom Thibodeau will not be fired this week by the Bulls. 55 points for the correct answer, minus 40 for the incorrect. Will not. No. He will be fired. So my answer to that is no.
Okay, not this week. He'll be fired, but not this week.
Well, the question is Tom Thibodeau.
You think he's not going to be fired at all? But he won't be fired.
No, wait a minute. It says he will not be fired this week. I'm disagreeing that he will be fired this week.
Oh, okay. All right. You're saying he will be fired this week. Okay.
Yeah, so the question is. So my answer to this question is no. Right?
Oh, okay. Got it.
He's fired.
Okay, you're saying, that he will be fired this week. Okay, all right. And I'm going to say the Midas Mind is going to go, he will not be fired this week.
So he's saying yes to the answer to the question.
Yep.
And
Mac is the same with DizzieMac.
Yes. And remember, our week is from Saturday to Saturday. So let's move to the next one. Golden State will win the first two games of the Western Conference Championship. 50 points for the correct, minus 100 for the incorrect. I am going to say no. They will win one, but the other team will win the next. DizzieMac?
Okay, so you're saying that it's going to be a split there. Okay. And DizzieMac says they will win the first two games of the Western Conference Championship.
And Joe?
Joe is going with you.
Going with me? No, okay.
That there'll be a split.
They will be a split. All right, so we'll see how we do next week. Before we go, it's time to find out what we missed this week. Ronnie B., what did you miss?
I missed baseball this week. A lot happened in the world of baseball, and I missed it all.
You missed it all. Okay, well, what I missed the final ruling of the bomber, the Boston Marathon bomber. He was charged with the death penalty, sentenced to the death penalty. What's his name? Tarsnaya. I can't pronounce that name, but anyway, he was charged. And also, we'll be remiss if we didn't talk about one of the greatest blues singer of all time passing away, and that's B.B. King. Our condolences goes out to his family and friends. The thrill is gone.
For those of you who's always wondered what the BB stood for, it is Baby Blues.
Oh, Baby Blues. Now, who's going to take care of Lucille?
It's going to be a whole bunch of people fighting for that guitar.
Okay.
I hope he put it in his will, for the right person. But I have a feeling that guitar is going to land in a place called the Smithsonian Institute.
Absolutely. There's a whole bunch.
He is a national treasure, and I think it's going to end up in the appropriate place for national treasures.
All right. Well, rest in peace, B.B. King. This is Cheryl Smith, and you have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports.
Y'all come back now.